Hey guys, welcome back. Kerbal Space Program. Last episode, we put the space station up in orbit. It's currently still listed as a rover, because I haven't renamed it yet. So leave suggestions as to what you want to see it named as, and I'll think about those. I have some ideas, but it's all up in the air right now. In the meantime, we need to build more, because it's not much of a station yet. It's kind of just a capsule floating around in space. So, we're going to start with the lander can again. It's about the shape that we want. But for this one, we want to add one of these things onto it. Then we'll add this, because you can never have too much SAS. Interesting interior. Anyway, so we have the SAS module. Now we want to add some of these. Add 4 here, and we're going to add a little bit of RCS fuel right at the bottom. Go back into control here. Sorry, a little silent there. I thought I heard something. I think there may be people back in my house. So, well, given that if you hear me stop for any reason, that's probably it. I'm just going to ask people if they can quiet down a little bit. Don't be too concerned. I'll really just edit it out so you don't actually tell I'm gone for that long. Alright, we have that. Now, where are the giant solar panels we want? Here we go. We want these things on there. Where do I want them? Right there? Yeah, right there. So these things extend out. Oh, got it. These things extend out quite a ways, out to here-ish. So they'll be big. Just go with that. They'll be big. So we have that. Let us throw on some more docking. That didn't go on the first time. Throw on some more docking clamps. I think they're clamps. Port. Docking port. I don't want that one anyway. Throw on one here. We'll go onto the bottom. We'll find that thing that I spent a long time looking for yesterday, this thing. Put one of those there. And where it's not in there, it's over here. Put another one of these things on. Flip it upside down. Stick it right there. Alright. This is going to be our module here. See if we can't add some more of these things here. And as was suggested in the comment, this module, I do want lights on, because I'm going to be docking this, and if it's in the dark, that could be a little difficult to dock. So we're going to flip that around. That should give us 2 lights. I wonder if I want to dock it that way or the other way. Things to think about. Actually, it may look better if I take it like this and then put that on. That may look a little better as a module. It'll be heavier, so it'll be harder to get up in space, but it'll look better. Yeah, there's definitely people back right now, so sorry if you hear noise in the background. I said that weird. Sorry if you hear noise in the background. That's just my family being home and doing home stuff, I guess. Home stuff. That's a thing. Anyway, back to naming. Uncreative name number 2. living quarters. Not a whole lot of living quarters, but there's some. We will probably add more at some point. But for now, this will do. So there we have that. Now we want a nice decoupler. What kind do we want? I'm pretty sure we want this kind. Yes, no, this kind. We'll put that kind on right for now. Back to this thing. We'll add... We're gonna add a tiny tank like that. An even tinier tank, and then some RCS fuel. Maybe we should flip that around just for... to make me feel better. That's not how I wanted it. Like that. Right there. Alright. We want it like that. We'll add some more RCS fuel on. Or RCS thrusters, sorry. Right click instead of left click because I have no idea what I'm doing. Add some more of these on. Now we want a little tiny engine. Like this one right there. There we go. This will be the top 2 stages. Structural supports, that's what I'm looking for. I'm a little slow today, guys. My voice cracked. Still hitting puberty. Sorry, I'm going to grow up to be like James Earl Jones or something. Anyway, it's been a long day, so if I don't quite seem like I know what I'm doing, it's because I don't. The guys that are in this rocket are going to feel so safe now. Anyway, next decoupler. We're going to repeat the same general design of the other rocket, because it's worked for us so far, so why not? Put that stage there, that stage there. I know that these decouplers don't work, so we're going to put 4 of these on. Move them up a little bit so it's easier to get it on where we want it to. We'll get these things working properly, just like that. Throw some more boosters, not boosters, engines on. Hook up these things. Actually, before we do that, we're going to hook up these structural supports. 2 there. We also wanted to add some of these on the top. And then... How did I say 2? That's only 1. Well, I guess it's 4. Some of those there. We will add the nose cone. Because you always need nose cones in a rocket. Then we'll use those nose cones to attach, go up that to here, just like that, for extra support. And here to here so the rocket doesn't collapse in on itself. And repeat that down here. I'm trying very hard to just keep commentary going while I'm doing stuff that doesn't really need a whole lot of commentary. That's fairly flat, straight thing. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Now I'll go back to 1. I want to go from this stage down into this stage, and then this stage down into, right, I can't do that, can I? This stage down onto that stage, then repeat from here down to here, then from here, not there. Ah, I did it again, guys. I did it again. Right there. Alright. It'll go from here to there. Then from there. I did that again. There. There. Just breathe. Don't blow the rocket up yet. Remember to put it here at this angle. right there, over to here. There we go. All the structural supports are still there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now we need proper staging and some of these things. Zoom out a little bit. Put 4 right there. Let's maybe put those a little higher and then lower the rocket a little bit. Like that? Yes? Yeah, like that. Again, they go in a stage that'll make the rocket blow up, so we're going to bring all the engines down into that stage with it, including that engine. Now we need to separate which ones of these it is that we're looking for. Why can't I make that work? Oh, wrong button. I definitely know what I'm doing, guys. I want to zoom in this way. There we go. Well, not quite that way. From here, I'm gonna zoom in that way. Alright. Up. These controls don't really work how you think they should. They're not extraordinarily intuitive controls. Sorry, anybody at Squad, but they're not. Right, there's that one. Now we want this one. And yes, for those of you who were wondering, I did actually take this design from somebody else. Well, the general design. I did kind of alter it a little bit. The general design was taken from Harv. I believe it's Harv. Somebody. One of those guys. I believe it's Harv. One of the big names in Kerbal Space Program. Right, we have our lights, we have our solar panels, we have battery packs, crew capsule. Well, I guess that's the crew capsule. Living quarters, RCS fuel, decoupler, which is in the correct stage, yes. More RCS fuel, normal fuel, engine, RCS, decoupler in the right stage, fuel, rocket in the correct stage. All of these rockets are in the correct stage. That one decouples, and that one decouples. And then these two, just like that, just how they're supposed to. And the top decouples, all of them have engines on. We should be good to go. There is, yes, there is an SAS module. Alright. We're going to hit save. Let's start launching this thing. Let's see, we have Mr. Jorbury and Mr. Jack Kerman. One of them has a normal name and one of them doesn't. Unless that is a normal name somewhere. I don't know. It's not a normal name in the United States that I know of. If any of you guys know a guy who's named Jorbury or Yorbury, let me know. I'd be interested to know. Anyway, SAS on, throttle up. Resources tab is out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's definitely a lot quieter, so I hope that's good enough for you guys. I did turn it down. The ship volume is at 4% right now. Oh, throttle down. Throttle down. Yeah, it's at 4% right now, so if it's still too loud, there's not a whole lot left I can do with it. Right now it doesn't sound too loud. Just readjusting my headphones. Alright, we're getting to an altitude. I'm concerned that this stage may be too heavy now because of all the extra stuff I added on it, but it should be alright. There goes those stages, let them go. Blow up down below us. It's kind of hard to hear explosions now, at least those little ones. So, you know, everything could blow up and I wouldn't really know, basically. I guess it just adds to the excitement. Alright, we're getting to that second layer of the atmosphere, so We'll begin our tilt over to 45 degrees, starting now. So we'll tilt over slowly, slowly, slowly. And there we go, right at about 45. So once we get into that upper layer, then we'll tilt over to 90 degrees. And then we're in space, where we can meet up with this thing. Which I guess we are kind of in a bad area to meet up with it. I may have done this wrong. So we're gonna go in a lower orbit and try to catch up with it. Ooh, that was very close. I was a little concerned there. Alright, right over to 90 degrees. We go to the map. We're gonna get to about 90,000 meters, and then we'll stop and bring that orbit out once we get up to here. And then once this gets to a certain range, we'll bring our orbit up to it. Simple orbital mechanics, guys. Trust me. Because when you're in a lower orbit, you're actually going faster than any ship that happens to be in a higher orbit. Because orbital mechanics get a little complicated. So, say you wanted to catch up to a ship that you're on the same orbit as, you can't just accelerate up to it, because all of a sudden you're in a higher orbit, going slower. So if you actually slow your ship down a little bit and enter a lower orbit, you're now going faster than that ship. So hopefully, if we stay in a lower orbit here, we can go in faster and catch up to it. We'll probably catch up about here, really, but we'll try it and see if it can work. We're actually in a different orbital plane, too, which could be slightly not what we're looking for, but we can fix that later at some point. We just want to get our orbit to about 90,000 meters first. Yeah, okay, let's, just for the sake of OCD, we're going to bring the ship over to exactly 90 degrees. Oh, ship's still going. It's still going. Okay, we'll bring it back ever so slowly. Oh, other way. There we go. Bring it back right about there. Okay, so that's stopped moving, so we'll tilt over that way. Now we're getting there. Once we get there, we can accelerate, and that'll kick out the other side of the orbit. Does anybody know if there's a way of instantly bringing your throttle up to full? So that'd be something I'd like to know. So I know X cuts it instantly, but I don't know if there's a way to bring it back up instantly. Okay, we're fairly close now. So let's throttle all the way up. Watch that orbit grow. Alright, let's wait and check the... Oh, that was a little farther than I wanted to go. Alright, spin around. RCS on. Hopefully that'll get us around a little faster. I kept hitting S and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't shutting down. Well, the X key is below the X. Or the X key is below the S. I know what I'm talking about. And this is why we got RCS. That and docking. Right, we'll throttle up a little bit, bring that down to right about there. Okay, we're now throttled down. Take RCS off. Oh, that's doing something interesting there. It's down to 85,000 now. I don't know What's up with that? Now, to get the orbit where we want it to, we'll line up the orbit of the spaceship here, or not the spaceship, the space station here, so I can't see the other line. And we'll select the point of intersect, which happens to be right at our periapsis, or it would be if I could actually select it. Right about there, we'll add a maneuver to slowly, oh, wrong way, to bring the orbit up to match it right there. Alright, so that's in 1 minute. So, RCS on, we'll tilt that rocket up. Slowly. Slowly, we don't want to get too excited. This should be up. If this isn't up, I'm not going to be very happy. I don't think it was up. I think I'm going around in circles. Yeah, it's the other way. We can just keep going. Oh, that was a little faster than I'd like. Okay, SAS. And of course the RCS makes everything freak out. We're approaching this point rather quickly, so... Okay, SAS isn't doing its job very well. Bring it back in manually, tilt over a little bit, back in, slow down. SAS, accelerate, bring that down to 0. There we go, right there. I don't know why our orbit's freaking out like that, but we want to, no, we want to set this, set that. We need to do something about that debris, guys. It's this debris here. No, oh god, what is going on? Why is it doing that? Okay, we're going to go to the Space Center quickly. Give things a second to load. Go back. Hopefully that's cleared it up. Living quarters. Alright. Let's see if this has done anything. RCS off. That may have been... It's still doing it, guys. Alright, I don't know what to do about that. We'll go back over here. Maybe I should have gone to 80,000 meters instead. Station base module. Okay, set as target. Then where do we want to try to meet this at? I think if we accelerate here, we can probably bring it out. There we go. There's an intersect, but that's still pretty far away. So let's bring that in a little bit, and we'll see if we can get an intersect a little closer. Well, apparently not that way. We're not quite there yet. So let's try a little closer maybe. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with our orbital mechanics right now, guys. Something's going on. Just trying to see if I can make this work, and I don't think it's working at all. Okay, that's not gonna happen. So let's get rid of that. Try here maybe. Pull out a little bit. Maybe that's too far. Yep, definitely too far. I guess we'll try here then. Oh, that suddenly freaked out. Okay, well, we were getting close, and now we're not, so let's not try that. It's basically just trial and error right now. I'm trying to see where we can get an intercept. Are we close at any point? No, we're still on opposite sides. So let's warp time a little bit. See how fast we're moving relative to it. Apparently not all that fast. We should have made the orbit lower. How much fuel do we have left? Let's check this quickly. Yeah, we're pretty low on fuel in that stage, so we can probably kick it off soon. Okay, we're slowly catching up. You know, wait until we're about a quarter rotation or quarter orbit before we try to accelerate out to it. As you can see, we are catching up to it slowly. Slowly, ever so slowly. Maybe we aren't. Maybe we are moving at exactly the same speed, but we shouldn't be. Let's see, 2271, 2242. It's not a big difference. We can always bring that orbit down a little bit and see if we can accelerate a little more towards it. But we aren't working with a whole lot of room here, so if anything, we'd want to accelerate outward a little bit. Which would slow us down, but then we could let this catch up, and then we'll bring our orbit back in. Let's look into doing that. We're here now, so let's point in the direction of motion. RCS on. All of a sudden we have an intercept showing up. Alright, whatever. And that little pink thing you see off in the corner. This little pink thing here. That is where the target is, which in this case happens to be our space station. Alright, let's accelerate a little bit, get this out to maybe 130,000 meters. Yeah, about 130,000. So let's go a little bit more. Let's bring it out to 150,000. This will be... yeah. Then once we get here, we'll pull this side out to 150,000 meters. It'll slow us down and we'll let this catch up to us. Didn't want to make that a target. The moon isn't even there. Why did... alright, whatever. Slowly coming around. Can we go up higher? No, we can't. We'll be able to soon, but we won't want to anymore. Alright, we're coming up to it. Oh, and we're going to be pointing in the right direction anyway. How convenient. Alright, there we go. We're about there. Let's bring the rocket down just a little bit. Right there. Then accelerate. That isn't the right way, is it? Gonna crash us, guys. RCS on. We need to get around. We're losing our chance. I guess re-entering at this point would be a little bad. Alright, bring it down slowly. Back up. Slowly down. Back up. And yes, I do use two hands for that. Don't judge. It works. Alright, that's it. Oh, you're right about 148 and 160, so It's good enough for now. We're still on the same approximate orbital plane, which is great. So let's let the ships go around a little bit. Yeah, you see that's catching up much faster. So at this point, if we accelerate here, we should be able to about meet the station. Oh, no, we don't want to accelerate, we want to decelerate. Or not. It looks like we'll still be on opposite sides of the planet at that point. So let's try from this side. Decelerate. We're getting closer. So let's make a few more orbits. As you can see, it is slowly catching up. We're now at about halfway. We were at about a third. So we're gonna do this for a little more. It's like a dance. I feel like this episode's been going on for way too long though, so I will probably actually cut this episode here. So thanks for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more. I will finish this, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Actually, finish this in the next episode. So, thanks for watching. Goodbye.